Hello, it is Flesson19 and welcome back to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord Aserai 1000 Day Challenge. Alright, I did get a chance to check out the other videos that I recorded with the new settings, and they look pretty good. Now, I'm going to need to hop into one of my old save games and go into a battle, because I don't want to do this on 1.5. Because 1.5 had some changes to it to make it better, and that will be tainted results because I tested my graphics settings on 1.4.3, so therefore I want to test them on 1.4.3 so that way I can have an accurate test. Because if I hop onto 1.5 and they made graphic changes where I can have now 800 or 900 on the screen, I'm going to immediately think it's good. However, if my other settings were right, maybe it would allow me to have 1,000. But because I changed it, I don't know. So, therefore, I am definitely going to do a test. Okay, so what we're doing is we're running down because we need to get Bitter Drought and the Ragged. The Ragged leaves out of Aserai. So that's why we're coming down to Aserai. I think it's important enough to grab that extra 30 focus points. Once you start hitting up there, it really makes a huge difference. So let us go ahead and now bump him. And hopefully they will put him close to us. Then we're going to immediately shoot up Landy into Botania, grab Bitter Drought, send her out, and hopefully that will be the last companion we need to grab. They'll all be set up. Most of them should all be up into close to 150 range. 130 to 150 by the time the playthrough is over. That's what we hope. Sanala. Beautiful. Pretty damn close. That's why I waited to get down to Aserai. Because there's none south, so I knew it was going to have to spawn in here. So that's perfect. That's like the closest one. Maybe like Asus would have, Laicus would have been closer. But I'm very happy with that. I don't know if scouting is going to be my next thing that I'm going to start doing myself. You could see how much scouting I have, and that's a lot of scouting. Alright, let's immediately do this. We're going to check this town real quick. I doubt they're going to have much. Bitter Drought levels, Spice Vendor, Hills. No, I think, yeah, we're done because the Swift can't get any more. Yeah, we're done. Once we do Bitter Drought, that's going to be it. Boom. 160. Oh, excuse me. 170. He's going to be able to top out at 200. I don't know if we'll hit 200, but yeah, we actually came out. There we go. There's the grain at 7. I don't know how much of it. 1,000 grain. Oh, they went pretty damn quick. Right up to 8. Oh yeah, we ain't getting any grain. I'm not paying at 8. Fish? Yeah. Fish I'll take. Yeah, there's not much to sell. We just got done through here. Actually, I rephrase that. There is stuff to sell because we got the meat. And of course cheese, which we're now, as you can see, we are almost out of cheese. I guess it was worth coming back down here just for this. It's going to help pay for the 15,000 that we're going to have to pay to send him back out. So now we go back, hit Aserai. We're about to break. Any moment now is turn 800. So it's going to take a good 40 to 50 days from now before our caravans will be running at full strength. Because we just shipped somebody out. We're about to ship out the Ragged. And we still got to grab Bitter Drought. But that will be it. No more. They're going to run right where they're at. We have no reason to send anybody else, or to pull, I should say, anybody else back in. No reason. But that's why we're going to grab her. We're going to send her out in Valandia. Because realistically, she should be pretty close if we do Valandia. So all we got is one left to do. And we're done. All the companions we just let roam. And hopefully they survive. Been really lucky. Only lost one. Shocking. But we are Aserai. So we did get the extra upgraded troops twice. Through the trader. Okay, so they just had an army come through and massively take virtually everything. And grain is still at 9. Or at least we can get rid of some of this stuff. Hopefully we could get close to, it'd be nice to get close to 1.5 million on this episode. That I think would be really cool if we could get close to that. And now I actually have to stop selling cheese. Actually, I don't have to. I don't really need the steward anymore. I pretty much maxed out the steward kind of close right now. So I don't need a food variety. I think I'm pretty good on that. Yeah, I mean, that right there practically pays for him. Just in this one town. He's 15, at like just 3,000 short. Now we'll bust butt to get back up there because we need to get bitter drought out. And then hopefully now, with these guys, we'll start 17, 1800, ay. Hopefully in the next 100 turns we could start seeing some 5 and 6,000. But I'm not really holding my breath on that because we are Aserai. I think that penalty for being Aserai with the upgraded troops is hurting us really badly. We will find that out soon, but yeah, I got that worry. Look at all these, just look at this. Look at how insane this is. $50, $60, $70, $80, $100. There's like 110 to 120 just in this little area. Looters. Is that insane to think about? That's how they can get ganged up on. Look at that. That's 71 looters right there. Need manhunters. I think it's just because we sold here not long ago. They're not going to have too much for sale, and that's fine. I'll be happy with that. We can live with that. I'm not buying at 12. I'll buy at 11. Like I said, I don't normally hit Charis. Charis normally isn't a great city for buying and selling. I've noticed that. They're good for some horses. So it can make sense to stop off to grab horses, but they're normally not that great. So I tend to avoid it. We just have to remember when we're getting close to Craven, we gotta... Uh-oh. Ragged. We just sent him out. I don't want to see 5,000. I don't want to see 5,000. I don't want to see it. Uh-oh. That's a lot. That's a big battle he just went through. Hopefully he's got enough troops to make it to town and get back up there with enough troops. Ooh. There we go. Damn it. Still, just little ticks with the mouse like that. And look at that. Ugh. Now they're going to want some beer. This should have been a while ago. They should be paying that much for beer 500 turns ago. Not now. 9 on grain. Everybody's got grain for cheap. Flax is cheap. Wine is cheap. It's like there's no wars going on. War is good for business. Are they even having any wars? I mean, and I'm wondering if that rubber banding thing I talked about 2 episodes ago is causing armies not to be able to actually go fight. You got armies that are sitting there rubber banding in and out of town constantly, so they actually can't go fight. And I'm wondering if that's another cause of why there's not warring. I mean, it would be nice because, kind of takes away from the game, in my opinion. I'd want to see it go. We're trying to get rid of a lot. I really want to start dumping this inventory. So we're kind of going with a bunch. Over 5 grand there. Alright, after this one, we got to break bitter drought. That's what I'd like to see more, right there. Lords not in groups, going after, people, guarding their areas. Like Bannerlord. Bannerlord was great for that. I still got 700. I got plenty. Good, good. I don't care. There we go. Oh, yeah. They didn't have a whole lot of stuff to get rid of. However, just dumping a lot of that grain was really good. Alright. I want to make sure she doesn't go back down further south. It would be nice if she's going to obviously pop somewhere in here. So we're hoping it's over here on our way and I don't have to go back down. That's what I'm hoping. Fair enough. Right practically where she needs to go out. Hopefully she'll stay there. And I better check just to be safe. That's exactly where she's practically going to go out at. So that's a good call right there. Here, let's see. Look at this. Mules at 157. Triple your money. We're almost underweight. Yeah, I'll sell some off. We're almost underweight. Now we can start selling horses. You can see they're green. We're going to make profit on them, which is trade EXP. And now it's going to start speeding us up. And good, good. I'm not in the mood for buying right now. 1.36 million. We're not going to make as much because obviously we sent our guys out in this episode. We had just sent one out in the last episode. Didn't have time to make money. We sent one out at the beginning of the episode. We're sending one out near the end of the episode. So definitely don't expect to make a lot. 87 will wait. When we see them over 100 to that 150 range, then yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll get rid of some of this because we're almost underweight now. Now we're just going to have the herd penalty. I had all that beer because I was thinking beer would start selling for 60 to 80 up here like it was. In fact, my last playthrough might actually have it, the one that's up here, that I only have 8 episodes where I was going to become a vassal. That might have some of my trading into it where I show how much beer goes for. That might actually have it. Says she's there. However, we are going to keep running through these and we are going to keep watching. Still don't matter enough. See, we're going to get close to Clan Tier 5. Just getting to Clan Tier 2 and getting that 125 perk to get renowned. In 1,000 days, you can get practically Clan Tier 2 on your, or 5 on your own. Now think if we had groups out fighting as well. Of course, you'd make less money. But we'd be into Clan Tier 5 by now. We'd have another companion. But you lose way too much doing it. I mean, a party of a size of 100 to 130 can cost just 700 to 1,000. So you definitely don't want to be paying that. No, I think I'm happy with that. That is a little bit too low. Just a wee bit. We're almost to you, Better Drought. Send you back out and we are done. We should be right about turn 800, I would think. There we go. That is too much of a price to let go. And they're like 150. Start selling them off. Nice. 10 grand. 205. Alright, so she should be here. Yep, says she's there. $3.6, we gained a 10th. We're just basically really kind of running into the herd penalty right now. We can start dipping out of that thing and getting that thing. Look at all the freaking caravans. That's why you take the perk that gives you 25 for each caravan stopping in your town a day. You can get 5 to 10 caravans a day. That's 120 to 250 a day. I mean, that's a quarter of your army. Let's not do this. Let's do this first so that way we don't forget. Look at them all. I didn't even check to see if there was a spice vendor or a Swift. I don't think I've been checking. Hello, Bitter Drought. We'll do this, and we'll do this, and we'll do that. And since we are basically done, I think now is the time to actually get you a horse so you can travel faster. Because we are done. There. So now you can ride a horse. I only had him doing that because the athletics was gaining so much experience being that high up. He gained more levels. You know, you always want them to be working skills over 100 if possible, if there's focus points into it. And there was focus points into it, so he was gaining levels. It's all how you optimize them with the new leveling system, which I explained in my video. I've been linking that video a few times at the end of these. If you watch that skills video, it gives you a real insight on how to actually correctly build your character. And it really begins from the character creation. The character creation is a very important part of not stalling your character out into the 20s. It really, really is. People make a huge mistake with their starting skill points. You can't run a bunch of skills up to 75 to 100 and expect to hit level 30. It ain't like that anymore. Things have changed with the new leveling system. You need to concentrate on fewer skills and get them built up how this is. Just a fewer skills. You can see I'm almost to 23 now, and like I said, look at all that green. And I could still put another point into both of them. Like I said, this character could pretty easily, I'd say, hit 30. I'd put 2 points into there, then of course 1 point into there, the rest into two-handed, start going out fighting, and I have no problem getting into the 30 range. Where's she going? Go north, go north, go north. Come on, where are you going? She hasn't left yet. Yes! Yes! Now you need to go south. Go from there, go through there, and go south. That's what she needs to. That's what she needs to do. Don't go north, don't go north! She went north. Damn it. Better drop. I think it's a guy, actually. Oh, I didn't sell the freaking horses. This is crazy. Look at this. They're 50 here and they're 100 just over there. Make money on selling horses. I mean, really, pack mules. There's actually a perk that lowers the price too. I'm not sure if it works. Where it's like 10% less barter penalty or something like that on horses. You can make money on horses big time. But that is not a technical commodity that I deal with. Cheap, cheap, very cheap. That you can look at this. 8. Can't pass it up. I cannot pass that up. Come on. Come on. Jeez. Those pauses are ridiculous. It might be 10 right here. I'm selling it for 20. 78 at 11. I'll take it. So, look at that. 1.4 million. I'm going to hopefully hit 1.5 this episode. We got everybody out now. All companions are done. We will not touch another companion unless they get captured. If they get captured around turn 950 or so, we probably won't send them back out. It's going to take too long for them to build up money. We're at 2,200 right now. Like I said, hopefully we can start seeing it. Start seeing some returns. God, it's so close. All right, I'm going to hold off at 11. Just because I do want to get the weight down a little bit. The weight is still a bit much right now. I do need to drop the weight. just so I can get these going better. I'm almost down to being underweight again. And this is more, this could be a buy option more than a sell option going through here. I'm not sure if this is the smartest move. I mean, you're looking at fish here. I can't remember if they have cheese and butter here. But definitely this is a buy fish option. If they're left alone, these guys can be causing problems. But if the villagers are left alone, they can definitely make some money, which you got sea raiders and stuff, so it might not be that low. It is 8. Yeah, that's cheap. Super. I want to hit 1.5 million. It's like a goal right now. Is to hopefully hit 1.5 million before I end the episode. It's going to be a little rough because of the companions we sent out. It takes a good month, which is 21 days is in a month, 3 weeks in a month. It takes a good 3-4 weeks for them to start generating that income. So hopefully they have enough time to really start building it up, but I would love to hit 1.5 million this episode. $42 of them. Oh yeah, they do have some prisoners. When they got prisoners, they actually have a chance of having loot. Which, from the villagers, meaning fish, hogs, cows. And some of that stuff can be expensive. So when you see packs of 50 to 80, there's a good chance they can have some loot from villagers on them. 138, 148. Whoa! Whoa! When I saw this bright red, that instantly told me, look at this. 6, 10, 17. God, you gotta be kidding me. Nope, village. No. No. No, I don't want to do it. Only 35. No, I'm not playing that. I'm going to go to the village and it's going to be like 12. And I don't really want to buy at 12. So I am not doing that. I'm not playing that right now. We have a goal. And our goal is to hit 1.5 million. I need another 80,000. Nothing going on. I don't think they can actually do that much warring with the rubber banding that's going on. $155. Get rid of a little bit. We just bought up that bear. No, too low. Another 3K. The Brave is on foot. Although it's been a while since I brought the Brave in. And that's what I talked about with when you look at their skills. The Brave, he has nothing to gain here. 90, meaning he's going to cap out 120 or 130. But he was sitting at about 60. With this, he's going to be able to cap out at like 120. That's a lot of skill points sitting there. Not much there. So being smart and not putting him on a horse isn't going to slow him down that much. I might slow him down 0.1 speed. You gotta let me play. I cannot talk through you like this, kid. My kitty jumped up on me, which I know I can't talk through her. Yeah. They just love to be on me. Especially when they hear me talking. They think I'm talking to them, so then all of a sudden they want to wake up. You guys gotta go back to sleep. So I can finish this up. Let's see if we have anything to buy. Fish at 11. Ooh, butter. And a little bit of cheese. $1.43. Come on, baby. Let's start pulling in some 4 and 5Ks on our caravans. I need to make sure I buy that wool from our shops. Yeah. Oh, not that. Price went up really quick. And I'm definitely not playing that. No, 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 no. Homie, don't play that. That I'll take. Alright, now we're going to go hit our towns. We need to make sure we buy the wool so we can drive their prices back up because they were doing terrible. Oh yeah, look at that. 3 of the 5 are under 200 a day now. And I think it's just economy. A little bit it could be from the freaking looters now. Their vans are so big that they're just nailing all the villagers, and I'm sure that plays a part in it. $1.4 million. We're getting close. Still got 34,000 consumables. Oh my god. A couple episodes ago we were at 38,000. That's not enough. We got to get rid of more. We're never going to empty out like that. Ay, ay, ay. I saw the red. 8 on the grain, 11 on the fish, 16 on the butter, 22 on... Oh, yeah, yeah. At least this stuff is up there a little bit. Well, before I even worry about that, wool, buy the wool. Hopefully that'll help drive them back up into the 200 range. Probably not, but hopefully it will. There we go, 18 on flax. That's what I like to see. Get rid of some of this flax. We'll start dumping a little bit more of this. Not so much of the clay. Clay I don't get as much of. And of course now we're taking this down to 20, where we were at 25. Alright, let's get over to our other town. See those 19? They're sitting like right there. That's the village. That supplies sheep. And those are just 19 just sitting right around there. I'm sorry, if I was a lord and that was my town, I'd be patrolling my town. At least it looks like the Kuzites are doing pretty good over here. There's not a lot of bandits over here. This is actually much better. I do have to say that. 49. Whoosh. Oh, beautiful. 17. Our 22 down. 17. Nice. Bye. Buy. Definitely buy. We'll get rid of the cheese and butter, no problem. That I'm not worried about. There we go. 60. Now we're making some money. Damn, nice. We're almost there. Everything has a price. Just 18 to go. I would think we'd hit that before the end of this episode. Before the end of this series. No, I'm not getting that. I think all I'm going to do is get through Kuzite territory, and I think that's going to be it. Wow, that's a good price. We're going to be able to get rid of much, as I can see. Cheap price on that, but we're not going to do that right now. It's at 9. I'm more doubling my price. It's like 1.4, about to hit 1.47 million. I would think we can hit 1.5. I'm wanting to really stop before we hit Aserai territory, but it's going to be close. But I think we can hit 1.5 million. No on the mules. More on fish. Because as we go further south in the Kuzite territory, they start paying more for grapes and olives. However, we do need to always be buying at least cheese. Butter if possible, but definitely cheese. They actually don't have a good price for it. Where's your wool at? Thank you. We take the wool. Actually, I didn't need the wool because that is not one of my towns that has a wool weavery in it. But, oh well, I guess we'll live with it. I think it can have it. I think one of those does have wool there. Which would have been a smarter move than that one. But let's hope that by buying this wool, we're going to push them up in the 200s. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 of them are already 200. The only 2 that aren't 200 are actually the ones up north that we have already been at. These guys are actually 200. I figured it would have been driving them up because we bought all the wool. There's no supply. There you go. Mules at 49. So yeah, you can double your price on. Oh yes, yes. Look at that red. Yeah, boy. That's what I wanted to see. We're gonna be like right there. We should be able to hit it no problem. 1.5. I don't know what to guess now. I think we're going to break 3 million. That I think we can definitely do. How close, how much into 4 million? I don't know if I can hit 4 million. But there's a possibility. My initial goal is over 5 million. But like I said, that was with actually better caravans. And our caravans suck. So that's why I kind of backed off 5 million. And it was looking pretty bad. But now that we're actually selling off, you could see how much we're making. But we would have been making a lot more had we actually had inflation, which is what we don't have. And I didn't check for cheese and butter. That's right, I didn't have it. Okay, we're good. We're right there. We're going to be over 1.5 million. Made almost, what, 200,000 this episode? That's even with sending 2 guys back out. That's only 2,300, which pretty much sucks. The Spice Vendor only made 51. Yeah, that sucks. Not even 3 grand. Nice. Another one. 20 on the fish. I wonder if inflation is... I don't think so, no. Inflation isn't hitting. Because I already tried this and it didn't work. I think it's just these towns are naturally having a hard time. Because they're in the corner of the map, therefore they don't get as many caravans. I really think that's what it is. Look at those prices. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, we're already over 1.5 million. Already. Now, what we need to check is, of course, the butter and the cheese, which is not good. We can't buy. Boom. 209. Did I check wool? I don't think I checked wool. Either they didn't have it or I already bought it and I just didn't realize it. I don't think I bought it. I don't think they had any to sell. So we got one more town to go to if I want to end it. Yeah, I think so. I think one more. Pretty damn happy right now. We still got 32,000 consumables. 32. Look at the price. Look at this. You can almost triple your money. Their rate. That's crazy. 18 is top end and I can make virtually no profit. Man, that sucks. However, mission was accomplished. I kept saying, let's hit 1.5. Let's hit 1.5. Easily, we top 1.5. And I mean easily. But now that we're actually going down and selling how a trader normally sells, down into the light green, then you could start making your money. Any cheese and butter, please? No, no, no. Boom. 1.52 million. And look at how terrible they're doing right now. Spice Vendor's only made 4. Just horrible. And I didn't check. Keep doing this. You gotta check the wool. There it is. Cheap wool. Gotta buy it. So, 1.52 million. Still well over 32,000 consumables. Everybody's running good. He's back up over 200. They're under 200. They should continue to fall in this playthrough. We're doing great. We're already halfway through level. Everything's going swimmingly. Our companions, 96, 155, 106, 113, 158, 143, and 113. Probably averaging somewhere around 120 to 125 on average for trade on our companions. He's about to hit the next one. That's average. 125. That's phenomenal. So, you know, and once again, we'll get close to Clan Tier 5. Probably won't hit it, but we'll get close. And we are now turn 827, home stretch. Just 173 days to go, and we will be done. Another about 6-7 episodes, I would think. I was looking at 40 in this series. We're probably looking at about 33, 34. I think we should easily get done before 35, I would think. That's not bad, running through 1,000 days and 35 episodes. I think that's pretty good. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to leave it right here. I will see you all in the next episode. And as always, take care. And thanks for watching.